And I'm sorry about the disruption. All of a sudden our broadcast cut out, and so I'm glad we were able to get that back up for you all. The score now is 20-15, and there's 5:56 left in the second quarter. Hopefully did not miss too much of the game as Rush gets a big block there, and that's a three-pointer, no good, short. And so the Mustangs will keep control of the ball there. And Knopfsinger will drive, and she goes up with it. Rush comes up with a rebound. And Rush has just been the dominant force on the glass so far this game. Burrows fakes a three, gets it to McMahon. Over to Johnson. Johnson drives. Shot drive no good. And Rush will be tied up with Knopfsinger for a jump ball. Patterson now takes the ball out to Rush. Pass too long, and here come the Mustangs with it. As Armour shot no good, Joins comes up with a rebound and puts it in for two. And the Cougars need to clean up the play on offense as we've had lots of turnovers so far. And with that timeout, we'll be right back. And we'd like to thank our sponsor, Buck Creek Baptist Church. We'll be right back. We're back. The Cougars are down 7 with 5:13 left in the second quarter. And I think the story of this game so far has just been a bunch of turnovers. And that's just something we need to cut back on if we want to win this game. And Burrows with the ball at the top of the key. She gets it to Patterson. Patterson looks to drive. And she has the ball taken away from her by Joins. So here come the Mustangs the other way with it again after another turnover. Patterson with the rebound there, and here she comes the other way with it. Over to Johnson. Johnson gets it back to Patterson. Patterson to Burrows. Burrows on the block. And that'll be a kickball violation on the Mustangs as Burrows tried to get that pass over to Johnson. And Walker will check into the game now for the Lady Cougars. Ball passed it to McMahon. McMahon looks to drive. Can't find anything. Gets it to Patterson. Patterson back to Johnson. Johnson to Walker. Walker will drive in. And nice drive by Walker for an and one, and that is some desperately needed points for the Cougars as the Mustangs started to go on a run. And hopefully she'll be able to hit this free throw here and get us within 4. The and one free throw is up. And it is no good. Patterson comes up with a rebound though. And she'll be tied up immediately. Possession arrow to the Mustangs. and Armour. Ball, Knopfsinger at the top of the key. And that's Joins with the ball now. She gets it to Armour. Armour inside the Bogus. Bogus blocked by Rush. Great defense by Rush, keeping her hands up, and then she'll be quickly fouled by Bogus. One more foul, and the Cougars will be shooting the bonus. Patterson takes it out now for the Cougars. She finds Rush. Rush gets it back to Patterson. Patterson gets it up court, and that ball is stolen. Here comes Joins with the ball now the other way. And that 2 points is good as she avoided the defense of McKenna Rush. Here comes McMahon now. McMahon crosses over, drives, puts it up, and 2 points for McMahon. Cougars down 5 with 2:55 left in the second quarter. Bogus with the ball now, gets it over to Knopfsinger at the top of the key. She looks inside. Pass over to Armour. Armour for 3. That shot is no good, and Walker comes up with it. She'll go the other way. And Patterson gets it across the court to McMahon. McMahon looks to drive, puts it up for 2, no good. And that ball bounces hard off the ground into the hands of the Mustangs. Here comes Armour with the ball now. She gets it to Combs. Combs goes up with it, and McKenna Rush swats it out of bounds. Big block for her right there. Knopfsinger passes into Armour. She goes off a screen by Combs. Knopfsinger 2 points. Or excuse me, that was Armour for 2 points. And they're going to call a foul on McMahon as she was tied up there with Armour. Armour did hit the ground hard, but I think that's because she was trying to oh no, they're going to call a foul on the Mustangs. I don't understand what's happening. I have no idea what the call is. That originally it looked like he signaled a foul on McMahon, and then the Cougars were taking the ball out of bounds. And now the Mustangs are taking it out, so I'm not sure what the call was. But McMahon does check out of the game with 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter. That's Armour for 3. Shot no good. Rebound off a few Cougars and into the hands of Lynn. And Knopfsinger drives in. Rush, good defense, and that shot is long. Rebounded by Armour. Armour drives. Shot good. That's 2 points for the Mustangs there. And here come the Cougars. Trying to answer back. Patterson on a drive. Puts it up and shot no good. She gets her own rebound. And it goes into the hands of the Mustangs before she's able to put it back up. That's Joins with the ball now. She gets it over to Armour. Armour will drive. Rush, good defense, but the shot is still good. And the Mustangs lead by 9. And Johnson with a great drive and putting it in for 2 points, bringing the score within 7, 28-21. There's 45 seconds left to go in the half. Armour drives, and they're going to call a foul on Patterson. So she'll shoot 2 shots here. First free throw is up and is good. Second shot is up, and it's no good. Rebound by Rush. And Rush gets it to Patterson. Patterson crosses half court with 30 seconds left to go in the half. And a foul will be called on Joins as he tries to drive in. Patterson's first free throw is good, so she will shoot a second. And whenever you get into the bonus, being able to make free throws is a huge way to stay in games. Second free throw is up. It's good as it's no good. Rebound Mustangs. 25 seconds left to go in the half. Cougars down 7, 29-22. And it looks like the Mustangs will hold to the last shot as Armour dribbles it back up top. 10 seconds left to go. And Armour will drive. She puts up a three. And that three is no good. Rebound Rush. And so at the end of the first half, your Cougars are down 29-22. And I'll say this, we're only down 7, and I think that was the worst the Lady Cougars have played in a long time. So I mean, as bad as they played there, and as many turnovers they had, we're still in this game. So hopefully we'll be able to turn that around the second half and play like we're capable of. Because I've seen this team play some great games, and if they can play to their full potential, this is definitely a game within reach. And with that, we'll be right back with the second half, and we'd like to thank B.F. Evans Ford and Buck Creek Baptist Church. We'll be right back. And we are back. The Cougars trail by 7, 29-22, and there's 7 as we start the second half. And if the Cougars can clean up on the turnovers, I think they'll be able to come back in this game, as there's a turnover right there. And Knopfsinger will drive and put it up for 2, rebound rush. And so here comes Patterson the other way. Patterson to McMahon. McMahon looks inside, gets it to Johnson. Johnson back to Patterson. And the Cougars haven't really had much consistency either on offense at all, except the only consistency they've had is they have gotten a lot of offensive rebounds, especially McKenna Rush. And Haley Johnson has also been very consistent in scoring whenever she drives into the hole, as you just saw there. Great drive by her for 2 points. And that's a 3 from Bogus. It's no good. Rebound Patterson. Patterson with a nice crossover, and she'll drive in. And she is fouled as she puts up that layup, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As the Cougars trail by 5 now. This is a nice chance for them to cut into that lead a little bit. And that first free throw was up, and it is good. And so the Cougars trailing by 4 now with 6:46 left in the third quarter. And the second free throw is no good. Here comes Armour the other way with it, who has had a great game thus far. And she'll drive on Patterson. Her shot is no good. She gets her own rebound. And you're not allowed to dribble after airballing a shot. But she does, and it's not called. And that ball will go out of bounds. Corbin, one of the things I think the refs missed there, if you airball a shot and get your own rebound, you can't start dribbling with it again. Because real, if you'd just be able to pass it to yourself all game. And, well, they're not going to, they didn't call it there. It has to at least hit the rim for you to be able to dribble after missing your own shot and getting the rebound. So Armour now off a pick. She'll take a short little jump shot. Rebound Walker. And Walker almost has it stolen from her. Way to be a strong ball handler there and hang on to it. As Patterson gets it to McMahon, she slices through the defense and gets it over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. And that 3 is good. And that's a big 3 for the Cougars because it brings us within 1. So we start out the quarter down 7, and all of a sudden we're down 1, 29-28. Combs with the ball now. She gets it over to Armour. Armour thought about taking a 3 of her own. Instead, she passes it over to Jointer, gets it to Knopfsinger. Knopfsinger drives. 2. And she misses there, and they're going to call a foul on Walker, and she seems very frustrated with that call. And that is her 3rd foul in the game, so major foul trouble for Walker right now. And she needs to be careful. And Coach Johnson's going to let her stay out on the court with 3 fouls. She just has to be very careful not to get a 4th. And it looks like Hampton will check in for Walker. Walker very frustrated with that foul call. And that free throw is up, and it is good. Johnson now will drive, and she'll go to the line to shoot another 2 free throws and a chance to tie up the game. And Johnson has been a great scorer so far for the Cougars. And her first free throw is up, and it is good. So Johnson knocking down the first free throw, bringing the Cougars within 1. Second free throw up and good as well. So the Cougars tied up 30-30 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And a great start to the second half after a very sloppy first. And Joins will look to drive. She'll bounce back out and get the ball to Combs. Armour will drive in, gets it to Knopfsinger for three. Three, no good. Armour gets the rebound, long rebound. Jones comes up with it, and Rush will foul as she goes for a block there. Joins' first free throw is up and no good. And the second free throw is up, and it is good. So the Mustangs will take back the lead by 1 point. And Patterson now, she tries to get it across half court. Knopfsinger pokes it away. And McMahon will be able to get it across half court. She finds an opening in the lane, drives, shot, no good. So Armour now gets it to Combs. It looks like, no, that's Bogus for three. And the Mustangs go up by 1. And Bogus will get a quick foul as Johnson tries to get it up the court. It'll be a blocking foul on the Mustangs. And the Mustangs will take a timeout. And with that, we'd like to thank Buck Creek Baptist Church, and we'll be right back. This is the McLean County Sports Network. And nice pass down low to Rush, but she misses the shot, and she gets on the ground for the ball, and that's going to be a jump ball as Hampton is able to get 2 hands on it. Right now your score is 34-30 with 4:20 left in the third. And Knopfsinger will drive, and Johnson just throws that out of bounds. And that three is up, and it's no good. Rush comes up with the rebound. And she gets the ball over to Patterson. Patterson pushing up the court now. Gives it over to McMahon. McMahon looks to drive. She'll get it back out to Hampton. And that's McMahon on a drive. Floater up, no good. Rush almost comes up with the rebound. And it will be Mustang ball as Rush tips that ball out of bounds. Armour gets it to Browning. Browning looks inside, passes out to Joins. And Joins over to Armour. Armour will cross over, drive, shot up, no good. Rebound Patterson, and she is able to strip it away from Knopfsinger before she is fouled by Armour. Burrows now with the ball. She gets it to Patterson. Patterson will set up the offense here. He gets it over to Rush. Rush back to McMahon. And that what looked like it could have been a great pass inside to Rush, but stolen by Joins, and McMahon with a heads-up play, tapping that ball out of bounds before she's able to get loose on a fast break. Ball passed into Armour. Armour for deep three. Shot no good. Johnson comes up with the rebound. Johnson over to Burrows. And that's just not a pass that needs to be made right there, and that's what I'm talking about. The Cougars just need to clean up little things, and they'll be able to come back and win this game. And right now they're down 36-30 after tying it up. And Patterson's layup is good. And so Johnson will call a timeout with the Cougars down 4, 36-32. And with that, we'd like to thank BF Evans Ford, and we'll be right back. And we're back. The Cougars down 4, 36-32. There's 2:15 left in the third quarter. And right now Armour looks to drive. She'll drive past Johnson, and the layup is good. And so Armour's had a great game, and she's been able to do whatever she wanted against the Cougar defense thus far. So Patterson gets it over to Hampton after she looks him to drive. Back to Patterson. Down low to Hampton. And Hampton will get tied up down low. Possession arrow to the Cougars. And Stovall will check into the game for the Mustangs. Johnson passes into McMahon. That ball's poked away. It will stay with the Cougars. And that'll be a kickball violation against the Mustangs. So Johnson will take it out once again. And that pass into McMahon. Then she'll look to drive past Bogus. She gets it out to Burrows. Burrows pump fake over to Hampton, who wasn't quite ready for the ball. And I'm not. What'd they call?
I think she had picked up the ball and then began to dribble again.
I didn't see it, but I guess the ref saw something I didn't. Maybe she brought another hand up and touched the ball with it. I'm kind of confused as to what happened there. To me, it looked like it was a bounce pass to her, and then she dribbled, and then I'm not sure. But anyways, Joins is going up for two right now, and that shot is no good. Rebound by Johnson, and here she comes the other way. Johnson will drive through the teeth of the Mustang defense. Shot no good. Burrows will take a three, and that three is just a little bit long. Cougars down 6 with a minute to go in the third. Armour drives, and Patterson will foul as she tries to go up with it there. And Armour's first free throw is good, pushing the lead to 7. So we're back where we started the third quarter after the Cougars coming and tying it up. And the second free throw, it's up, and it's good as well. So the Mustangs go up 8, 40-32, and there's 56 seconds left on the clock. And Armour just ran in front of Cameron McMahon as she was dribbling up the court full speed. They'll call a blocking foul there, and she looks like she's hurt. And we're gonna take a break here. And we're back again. There's 50 seconds left on the clock. McMahon crosses half court. Cougars are down 8, 40-32. And McMahon gets it over to Johnson. Johnson cross court to Patterson. Patterson looks to drive. Instead gets to Burrows. Burrows pump fake. Back to Patterson. Over to Johnson. And there's a loose ball. And I'm not sure what the call is going to be. They're going to call a foul on Johnson. So Muhlenberg comes up with the ball there after that. After many people go for it. And Hampton will check in the game for Rush. And the Cougars haven't looked bad scoring-wise so far, but before the third quarter even ends, and the Mustangs already have 40 points, that's not usual of the Cougars' defense to give up that many points. And great steal by Hampton right there, taking it the other way for 2 points. And there's 5 seconds left. Looks like the Mustangs will have a chance at one more shot here. And as time will expire, ending the quarter, your Cougars are down 6, 40-34. And we'll be back with the fourth quarter, and we'd like to thank Buck Creek Baptist Church for sponsoring this game. And we're back with the fourth quarter. The Cougars are down 6, 40-32. And so far, the Cougars just with a lot of turnovers, and we've given up more points than we usually do in 3 quarters. And Armour scores again there, and that's been the leading score. That's been clearly the leading scorer for the Mustangs all night, as she's had an abundance of points. Patterson 2. And she is fouled as she shoots that jump deep 2. So she'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. And Patterson's first free throw is no good. Second free throw up, and it is good. So Armour will bring it up now for the Mustangs once again. She gets it over to Joins. Joins almost loses it, drives. Shot up, no good. And Walker and McKenna hit it out of each other's hands as they both go for a rebound, and then it goes out of bounds. And Joins goes up for 2. Good defense by Walker there. And they're going to call a traveling on her as she tries to take it the other way. And Armour drops. She loses the ball, and they're going to call a foul. See, and that foul is on Patterson. Seven minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Cougars down 7. Armour passes inside to Joins. Joins goes up for 2. Rush with the rebound, gets it over to McMahon. McMahon finds Patterson. Patterson over to Johnson. Johnson looks to drive, instead gets it back to Patterson. Walker with the ball down low, and it is hit out of her hands and out of bounds. Cougars retain possession. McMahon 2, and it's good. Nice shot there by McMahon to get us within 5. And the Mustangs seem in no hurry to score. And that's Armour with another 2 points off a nice move in the post. Walker. And they're going to call a traveling on her as she tries to fight around defenders in the post. Mustangs up 7. 6 minutes left in the game. Knopfsinger drive, shot, no good. Rebound, rush. Here comes Patterson. Patterson, floater, no good. Off the hands of the Mustangs. And Coach Johnson's going to take a timeout, and we'd like to thank BF Evans Ford, and we'll be right back. And we are back as Walker takes the ball now for the Cougars. She finds McMahon. There's 5 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the game, and the Cougars trail by 7. Rush gets it to Walker. Walker looks inside, finds Patterson. Patterson with the rush. And that's what the Cougars have been going for all night. It's just been hard to come by, but that's been the game plans, to get it inside the rush for 2 points, as they did there. And Armour drives. And they're going to call a foul on Patterson. Armour's first free throw is up, and it's no good. And the second free throw up, and it's no good as well. So the Cougars catch a break there with 2 missed free throws. And Hampton gets to Walker for 2 points. And a great pass. McMahon set up that 2 points there. She gets it to Hampton and to Walker. Great ball movement by the Cougars. And Knopfsinger takes a three. It's no good. Hampton goes for the rebound. Oh, and they're going to call a jump ball. And it looked like she just ripped it right out of her hands. They were a little quick to blow the whistle there. But we saw that earlier as Johnson tried to strip a ball out of someone's hand, and she only had her hand on it for a second. They called jump ball. So Rush now gets it to Walker over to McMahon. McMahon back to Walker. Walker looks to drive, gets it to Hampton. Hampton thinks about a three, gets it to Walker for 2 points, and that 2 points is good. And that brings the Cougars within one, 44-43. And Cougars have done a great job cutting into this lead in the fourth quarter. And that's a three-pointer from Bogus there. Right as the Cougars started to mount a comeback, now they're down 4. And McMahon almost loses it. She's able to get it to Johnson. Johnson crosses half court, almost loses it. And McMahon with the ball now, and they'll set up the offense. And the Cougars need points every possession now. And Bogus comes away with the steal, and McMahon will foul as she's going for the ball there. So both teams will be shooting the bonus now. And Bogus will shoot 1 and 1 at the line. That first free throw is up, and it is good, pushing the Mustangs' lead to 5. As Patterson checks in the game for Hampton. Second free throw is up and good is no good. McMahon comes away with the rebound. McMahon tries to get it across the court, and they're going to call a foul on what looks like Combs. And so McMahon will be shooting one of the bonus free throws here with the Cougars down 5. And if she can hit 2 free throws here, that will make it a one-possession game with 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And McMahon's first free throw, no good. So the Cougars come away with no points there. And joins, drives. The fans thought she had the ball for a little bit too long. And Knopfsinger will dribble the ball off her foot and out of bounds. And Patterson will check into the game for Hampton. And a timeout will be taken by the Mustangs. We'd like to thank B.F. Evans Ford, and we'll be back with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And we're back. Cougars down 5. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game. And let's see if they can mount a comeback here, as they've cut into the lead and brought it back a few times so far, but haven't been able to hang on. As Rush gets it to McMahon. Walker inside for 2 points. Rush comes up with a rebound, and she's fouled hard. And so she'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. And Rush's first free throw is up. And it's no good off the back of the rim. The second free throw is up. And it is good. So the Mustangs now will take things the other way. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to try to burn as much clock as they can with their 4-point lead. Armour gets it over to Lynn. She goes off a pick. And the Mustangs in no hurry to push the issue. But Armour will drive now, and she puts it in for 2. And she has been scoring all night. And Coach Johnson will take a timeout as he's frustrated with the defense there. And I haven't seen many games where the Lady Cougars have given up 50 points, but with that, we'd like to thank Buck Creek Church, and we'll be right back. And we're back to a pretty close game as the Cougars are down by 6, and we've seen them tied and down by 1 many times in this game. We've just not been able to consistently hold on whenever we do come back. And McMahon puts it in for 2 points there, making the score 46-50. And our biggest problem tonight has been Armour, and she's just been scoring at will whenever she wants. And the Cougars seem to have had no answer thus far. As Armour has the ball now. She passes it to Joins. Joins looks to drive. And here comes Johnson on a fast break. She'll be met by Armour at the block, and she is fouled, and she'll go up for 2 shots. Johnson going to the line. And she has a chance to make this a 1-possession game here. And if she could put us down by 2 with 1:12 left, the Cougars could have a good chance. And that first free throw is no good. Still could make it a 1-possession game with the free throw here, as Hampton and Burroughs check into the game. And the Mustangs will call a timeout in between Johnson's free throws. And I'd like to tell you about MCHS.TV. Just all you have to do to watch us go live is type in MCHS.TV into your browser, and it'll take you straight to our live streams. It'll take you. You don't have to search for our channel on YouTube or anything, but also another way to not miss a single stream. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, whenever we are live, you will get a notification, and you can just go straight to the channel and watch the game. So Johnson's second free throw, it is good. So the Cougars down 3 with a minute 12 left in the game. Very tightly contested here. And we just have to stop the Mustangs from scoring and get the ball back somehow. And it looks like Armour will fall out of bounds there with the ball. So the Cougars will take it the other way with 54 seconds. Productive defensive possession there for the Cougars. And it seems like a lot of shirts have come off in the McLean County student section. And so Patterson with 50 seconds left. Cougars down 3. Pass over to Rush. Back to Patterson. McMahon, I want McMahon to drive here. I want McMahon to drive and possibly get an and one. Or Johnson, who's a great finisher. And Johnson will shoot 2 free throws. She was fouled hard there. They made sure there was no possible attempt for an and one. Just get a hard foul and keep her from the attempt at a 3-point play.
Yeah, especially since Johnson does have a very good chance of making them when she gets into the paint.
Yeah, and we've seen many times where Johnson's drive tonight ended up with 2 points. And she misses that first free throw here, but still a chance to get us within 2. That second free throw is up, and it's good. So Johnson makes it a 2-point game. And Johnson with a steal. And it's stolen right back by the Mustangs. And Hampton, what a steal by Hampton. And the Coach Johnson was quick to call a timeout as she dove onto the floor for that steal and caught the bounce pass before it hit the ground. What an effort.
That was a really good play by the Cougars.
Now, what an effort by Hampton there coming up with that ball. And so the Cougars down 2 will have a chance to score. And 21 seconds left into the game. And Coach Johnson, I wonder what he's drawing up right now. He's probably saying, I bet you it's either Johnson or McMahon driving or Rush, or getting the ball into Rush and her going up for 2 points, because that's been our most viable options so far in this game.
You can definitely tell within these last minutes that they're really trying to get this lead down. They're trying to at least get it tied up to get into overtime.
Yeah, this is intense right here, and I doubt he has drawn up a play to set up a 3, as I don't think we've hit a 3 so far in this game, and that's not a very high percentage shot for the Cougars this year. And Johnson gets it over McMahon. McMahon will take a 3. It's no good, but Rush comes up with a rebound. That shot is no good, and Walker will quickly foul and send Joins to the line with 4.8 seconds left. And so now our only hope to win the game is her missing both free throws. She has to miss both free throws, and then we have to, if she hits one free throw, we can still shoot a 3 and go into overtime. If she misses both free throws, we'll have a chance of getting a quick shot, and either a 3 will win us the game or a 2 will send us into overtime. But whenever Cameron McMahon set up for 3, we saw the whole gym erupt. And she missed the free throw here with 2 seconds on the clock. Johnson shoots it, and that shot is no good, as we didn't have quite as much time as we would have liked there to set up that last shot. She had to take a deep 3. And so the Cougars will fall to the Mustangs 50-48. And we'll be back with the boys game, so stay tuned for that. The McLean County Sports Network. And welcome to this district matchup between the McLean County Cougars and the Muhlenberg County Mustangs. I'm Matthew Miller here with Corbin Case and Nate Carlock. And this should be a very exciting game between these two teams. And the Cougars win the tip. And that's Bishop who gets it over to Isaac Springer. And the Cougars coming off a very close, exciting win against the Ohio County Eagles. And many thought they were the best team, possibly the best team in the region. So after winning, that's a huge win against them that we had last week. And so hopefully we'll be able to replicate that tonight. And that's McCoy with the ball at the top of the key. He tries to get it inside to Perkins, and Perkins is fouled. And they're going to call a walk on Perkins there right after the inbounds pass, so the score is still 0-0 with a minute gone in the ball game. And here come the Cougars. And Patterson looks to drive. Good defense by the Mustangs there. And Patterson, shot no good. Perkins rebound. Englehart fights for it. Here comes McCoy the other way. Gets to Vincent. And Vincent is blocked by Springer. And that'll get the crowd on their feet right there as Springer comes up with a big block, preventing the Mustangs from getting 2 points. Ball passed in to Devine. Devine guarded by Bishop, and Devine in their pass has been their best scorer. As McCoy gets it to Vincent. Vincent looks inside, instead gets it to Phillips. And Phillips will knock down a 3 for the Mustangs, so the Mustangs will draw first blood in tonight's matchup. And Springer gets it over to Patterson. Patterson looking, can't find anybody, gets it back to Springer. And it looks like the Cougars will set up from here. Springer off a pick, gets to Bishop. And so far in these first few minutes, we've seen very aggressive defense from the Mustangs as Englehart misses that shot. A rare miss down low from Englehart as he was a fantastic scorer last game against the Eagles. And Devine gets a steal and takes it the other way. Mustangs start out up 5-0. And the Cougars need to score quick so that way the Mustangs don't gain too much momentum and run away here. And Clark thought about taking a contested 3, instead gets it to Patterson. Springer looks for Englehart. And Springer's blocked by Vincent. Englehart recovers. Springer off a pick. And McCoy comes away with the steal. So there's another fast break for the Mustangs and another 2 points. And so the Cougars start out down 7-0. There's 4:51 left in the first quarter. And Coach Lynham will take a timeout to try to work things out. And with that timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Buck Creek Baptist Church, and we'll be right back. And we're back after the Cougars starting out down 7-0. And hopefully we'll be able to get points on this possession to change the tide of the game. Because right now it's been all Mustangs early. And Bishop gets it over to Clark. Clark back to Patterson. Bishop to Dame. And Patterson takes a deep two. That shot is no good. And here come the Mustangs after that rebound by Vincent. That's Devine from the free throw line. That shot rolls off the front of the rim and in. And they're going to call a foul on Phillips as he was guarding Bishop very closely. Bishop passes into Springer. Springer to Bishop to Dame. And Dame will drive. And they're going to call a walk on Dame before he's able to put up a shot. And hopefully tonight is a chance for Dame to get going, as he has had a slow start to the season. But hopefully he can turn that around in the second half of the season. And that's 2 points there for Perkins. Springer, nice drive, and he's going to have a chance for an and one. So the Cougars finally take the lid off the basket with 2 points by Springer. And Springer hits his first free throw. And so the Cougars will go on the board, 3-11. 3:25 remains in the first quarter. And great defense by the Cougars as they come up with a steal. And here comes Clark the other way. Clark gets it to Patterson. Patterson, free throw line shot, no good. And Bishop will tip that ball out of bounds. Mims will check into the game now. He's going to check in for Patterson. And Patterson not happy with the way they've started this game. Devine for three, and that's good. So the Mustangs go up 14-3, and they're putting it on hot and early. And this close man-to-man defense is causing problems for the Cougars. And as Clark almost lost the ball there, thankfully it goes out of bounds. And as Summers poked that ball loose. And Clark for three. And that would have been a big three to get the Cougars going, but it is an offensive rebound. And they're going to call an on-the-floor foul on, that'll be number 30, Carver. And the ball's passed into Dame, into Mims for 2 points. Instead, he will be fouled by Carver. And that's 2 quick fouls for Carver after checking in with the game. And Patterson will go back to the scores table to check in as Mims hits his first free throw. So the Cougars trail by 10, 14-4. Second free throw up, and it's no good as Patterson fights for the rebound. Summers with the ball in the wing. He passes it over to Perkins. Back to Summers. And Summers thought about taking a three. Instead, gets it to Sumter. Devine for three. No good. Rebound, Brady Dame. Here come the Cougars. And another 2 points by Jacob Clark. So the Cougars finally getting things going now as they started out down 14-0. Or excuse me, it was 11-0. And that's Vincent for three in the corner, and that's good. Mims to Patterson. Patterson finds a lane to the basket, and he'll be fouled as he goes up for two. Patterson going to the line now, and if Patterson can hit his free throws here, that'll be huge. As that's been something he's struggled with throughout the season. And Patterson's first free throw, no good off the back of the rim. And McCoy will check in to the game for the Mustangs. And his second free throw, no good as well, so an empty trip at the line for Patterson. And Brady Dame with the good defense. He comes up with a steal. Bishop on a fast break. Layup. No good as it rolls out. Vincent goes for two, and he's fouled by Jacob Clark from behind, so he'll go to the line shooting and one. Cougars back down 11. So here comes Bishop with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Cougars trailing by 13. Patterson down low, shot no good. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to hold for the last shot here with 10 seconds left on the clock. Devine for three. And that's good. As Bishop throws up a prayer from the other side of the court. And it looks like the Cougars are going to go into the second quarter down 16. Not the start they wanted. And we'll be right back with that. And starting the second quarter, the Cougars trail by 16, 22-6. Definitely not the start they had hoped for. And that's Summers with the ball now. Gets it over to Johnston. To McCoy and back to Devine. That's Summers for 3 and another 3 for the Mustangs, and they are pouring it on the Cougars right now. Bishop gets it to Patterson. Patterson looks to drive. He goes up for 2. Shot no good. And here come the Mustangs the other way. They're going to push it in transition. Devine gets it to Johnston. Johnston, spin move on Dame in the paint. McCoy gets the rebound, and McCoy goes up with it for 2. So the Cougars hopefully will be able to get something going. Down 27-6 in the second quarter. And that'll be a foul on McCoy as he went for the inbound pass. Dame catches the inbounds pass. Gets it to Bishop. Bishop to Patterson. Patterson, nice pass down low to Dame, and he's blocked. Devine looks to drive. Good defense by Bishop. And good defense by Dame down low, and Devine shoots from the free throw line. Shot no good. Patterson comes up with a rebound. It's Springer in the corner. Springer looks into Dame. Instead, he finds Patterson. Dame gets the ball. Shot up, no good. And the rebound goes to McCoy. And Johnston loses the ball. McCoy comes up with it. And Devine catches that forward pass out of the paint from McCoy. McCoy catches in the post on Dame. And Dame will take a charge, sending the ball the other way. And it looks like Wilkerson will check in for Dame as he hit the deck hard there on that loose ball. And Phillips will check back into the game for the Mustangs. And the Cougars down 21, definitely not the start they wanted. But luckily there is a lot of time left in this game to mount a comeback. And the Cougars are still scoreless in the second quarter. Bishop gets it to Clark. Clark deep 2. It's up, no good. Wilkerson unable to get the rebound. Lovell gets to Phillips, who thinks about a 3. Vincent also thinks about a 3. Pass down low. Hook shot up, no good. And Patterson with the ball in the post, and he'll be fouled and go back to the line for 2 free throws. He missed both free throws last time. Hopefully it's a different story at the line here for Patterson as Arnold goes to the scores table. And Patterson's first free throw is no good, as Arnold and Mims check into the game for Bishop and Clark. And Patterson's second free throw, it's no good as well. So Patterson 0 for 4 at the line tonight. Lovell drive, spin move, has it hit out of his hands, and Perkins is fouled on the floor before he can go up with it. That foul will be called on number 10, Jaden Arnold, and Phillips will check into the game for Patterson. Devine gets it over to Phillips on the opposite corner, who gets it to Summers. Over to Summers. He drives in, gets it out to Devine, and he gets it up to Level. And Phillips takes a deep three. Level comes up with a rebound, and he puts it in for 2. Springer attempts a three, and it's good. And the Cougars down 20 after that three from Springer, and hopefully that'll get things going for them, as their offense has been obsolete at this point. And Springer has that ball stripped out of his hands, and here's Devine on a fast break, guarded by Phillips. And they'll just set up. Devine crossover into the paint. Shot up and good. And so the Cougars having a hard time preventing any points from the Mustangs on defense. And I think that's that frustration is translating into bad offense as Springer misses a shot there. Lovell with the ball. Gets it over to Summers. Summers thinks about a three, drives, and Mims strips it away, but he comes up with the loose ball, and he'll foul Mims as Mims goes for the rebound. Dame and Englehart will check back into the game for Arnold and Wilkerson. And Mims will go to the line to shoot one in a bonus. And that first free throw from Mims is up, and it's good. Second free throw, it's good as well. So Mims able to knock down a couple there. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Cougars trail 31-11. And Devine, another three. That shot is no good. And here comes Mims. Mims gets it to Dame at the top of the key, inside to Englehart. And Phillips strips that ball away from Englehart. It looks like Andrew Brackett going to the scores table to check into this game. Summers for three, and that three is an air ball. And Englehart will throw it out of bounds as he tries to get it to Phillips. And so it's not clicking for the Cougars so far tonight. And Brackett will check in for Englehart. Phillips with the ball, gets it over to Level. Level drives, and Dame goes for a block and fouls. Looks like Wilkerson going to check into the game now, so a lot of substitutions for the Cougars so far, and I think Coach Lynham is just trying to find any combination of players that can get something going. And Dame will check out of the game. And Lovell's free throw is up, and it's no good. Rebound Brackett. So here comes Springer the other way with it now. Mims thinks about a three. Mims tries to get it inside to Phillips. And they're going to call an on-the-floor foul on Mims as Summers had a free lane to the basket. Looks like Bub Johnson will check into the game now. With 49 seconds remaining in the half, he checks in for Mims. And so Springer, the only starter left on the court. And this is a rare look from the Cougars here. And Perkins is fouled as he goes up for two there. And his first free throw is good, increasing the lead to 23. And the second free throw, it's good as well. And Phillips tries to get inside the bracket. He comes up with the ball, and he is fouled as he goes to the rim. So Phillips will go to the line to shoot two free throws. With 28 seconds left in the half, Cougars down 35-11. Phillips' first free throw is good. And the second free throw, no good. And Lovell will drive, and that ball will go out of bounds. Cougars ball with 5 seconds left to go. Springer passing to Phillips, and it goes out of bounds with no time elapsed. So the Mustangs will have a chance to get a shot off here with 5 seconds left to go in the half. As Johnston checks into the game for Phillips. And Devine with a fadeaway three, no good. And Phillips will chuck it across the court into the cheerleaders. And that'll be it for the second half. And we'd like to thank both our sponsors, BF Evans Ford and Buck Creek Baptist Church. And we'll be back for the second half. All right, and sorry about the little delay there. We've lost a little bit. We lost power there for a second. Couldn't find out what happened, and one of our cords was unplugged. And right now the Cougars are down 23 as Vincent takes a 3 in the corner. Cougars in a very high-scoring first half from the Mustangs, and that's usually not a good recipe to win games. As Patterson misses that two-pointer there, and Perkins comes up with the rebound. And our Wi-Fi hot. And that was a nice pass from McCoy to Perkins for an easy 2. And Isaac Springer will take a charge there. That'll be the foul called on Vincent. Good defensive play by him. And they're going to call a moving screen on Englehart, so it'll go back the other way. And the timeout will be called on McLean County, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, B.F. Evans Ford, and we'll be right back. And we are back. And right now the Cougars trail 42-14 with 4:44 left in the third. And there's not much to say about this game so far other than the Cougars just didn't show out tonight.
Yeah, it's almost like that win against Ohio County sort of raised their spirits up, so they walked into this game expecting it to be like that one, and it just sort of got in their head, so they're not playing as well as they usually
Well,
do.
if you remember the first time we played Ohio County, we got absolutely just trampled by them, and they just kept pouring on the threes. But then the next time we played the team, we were able to get a win. So this is our first time playing Muhlenberg, and maybe the Cougars play better after they've been able to get a feel for a team. As Stranglehart gets a big block there, hitting the ball out of bounds. And they're going to call an and one there as Devine puts it in for 2. That'll be a foul on Bishop. And Devine's and one free throw is no good. Rebound Brady Dame. And that pass inside to Patterson, and he's fouled. That'll be a foul on number 35, Johnston. And Dame gets it over to Springer. And Dame is fouled as he tries to receive the entry pass. That'll be another foul on Johnston, so he'll pick up a couple in a row there. And Patterson goes up and puts it in for two. And the Mustangs really started out the game with some great defense. And as the Cougars were scoreless for a while, and Level will get an and one there, but the Cougars were scoreless for a while, and I think that that gave them some confidence. And then they started just scoring fast and in high numbers, hitting many threes. And that's just been the theme of tonight's game. It started like that. It's been like that throughout the game. And the and one by Level is good. So the Mustangs will take a timeout, and we'd like to thank Buck Creek Baptist Church, and we'll be right back. And we are back as Bishop brings the ball up the court swiftly for the Cougars. And they're going to call a foul on, that'll be a foul on Johnston, as Dame was fighting to get position with him down low. 2:57 left in the third quarter. Cougars trail 47-16.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to get it out.
And Bishop will be fouled as he goes up for two there. So he'll have a chance for a couple at the line. And the Cougars have been able to produce more points in this third quarter, but not enough to cut into the lead any at all. And I think we'll be fine internet-wise, as our hotspot is steadily sitting at 8%. So it's not dropping very fast. So I think we'll be able to carry out the rest of this game. And Englehart with a big block on Carver. As Phillips and Springer check into the game for Mims and Bishop. Lovell drives way up, no good. Carter with the rebound, put back, no good. He gets it again, he's fouled on the floor. And Arnold will check in for Clark. Carver from the elbow, that shot is good. And they're going to call a foul on Carver. I'm pretty sure that'll be his third of the game. And Phillips will check into the game for Devine.
Looks like Wilkerson will be going in for Patterson.
Arnold drives, and he is fouled by Phillips. And there is 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Cougars are down 49-19. And Englehart is fouled as he goes up with it there. So he'll go to the line to shoot two. First free throw from Englehart, no good. And the second is up and no good as well. Three for the Mustangs, no good, and it hits the top of the backboard, so it'll be Cougars ball. And that first free throw is so good. Second free throw is not good, and so that'll end the third quarter. And we'd like to thank our sponsor, BF Evans Ford, and we'll be right back with the fourth. And we're back. Cougars trail 49-20. And we're starting the fourth quarter. And that's 2 points for Perkins at the start of the fourth quarter, as Muhlenberg has returned their starters to the floor. Phillips goes in, layup, no good. And that'll be a walk on Vincent. Clark for two, no good. Rebound Dame, gets it to Patterson. Patterson goes up and shot no good. And the officials are working out what's going on here. I'm not quite sure what happened. Oh, they're going to call a technical foul on Muhlenberg. So the foul on Patterson will be void due to the technical foul. Well, it still counts against him into his total fouls, but Cougars are they're not going to lose possession, and they get to shoot 2 free throws. And the Cougars are down 22-51 with 7:06 left in the fourth. 007. And Phillips gets a steal there, and on a fast break, that's 2 points for the Mustangs. Bishop shot no good. Dame rebound, and he is fouled. And there's been a lot of fouls called late in this game. And it's slowed the game down a lot. And so Carver will foul out of the game. And Brady Dame shooting his first free throw here. It is up, and it is no good. Rebound Vincent. Lovell with the ball, gets it to Devine. McCoy goes inside, shot up, and that's 2 points for McCoy. Patterson elbow shot no good. And that's an air ball and a foul on Clark as Phillips hits the ground. So Phillips will be shooting one of the bonus free throws here. And that first free throw is up, and it is good. And Devine will tip that pass out of bounds as the Cougars try to move the ball up court.
I mean, if we do it now.
And that's 2 points for the Cougars there.
As soon as it hits 5 minutes, I'm pulling the plug. 5? It doesn't like fade.
And McCoy will drive. Gets past Dame, shot no good. Clark with the rebound. And McCoy comes up with a steal. Here he goes on a fast break. And he is fouled, so he'll go to the line and shoot two.